What's going on, guys? It's Ace here with my Week 9 picks. And before we get into that, as always, we're going to go over the previous week. And I had a really, and we'll just get into them right here. The Jaguars and Titans starting off. I picked the Jags. Really regretted it after the opening minutes when the Titans ran up the score pretty big on the Jags. So I was like, that's going to be bad. Went bad. Ended a little closer than I expected. Second game, who saw another tie coming? That's pretty wild. The Skins should have won it, but they need a better kicker, or well, I can't say a better kicker. He just needed to make that shot. But yeah, wrong halfway, I guess. The Seahawks lost to the Saints, and dude, who saw that coming? Now, I think I'm gonna be saying that a lot because that is just surprising. But yeah, the Seahawks, maybe they're not as good as we thought. Maybe the Saints aren't as bad as I thought. Maybe some of you guys in the comments were right when you tell me to pick the Saints. But yeah, Cardinals and Panthers. Cardinals lost. A lot of people were picking the Panthers to win that, and I didn't understand why at the time, but now I see it. It is time for Carolina to turn their season around. I'm just kidding. They're not going to the playoffs. That team's season is over, so don't get your hopes up, Carolina fans. Oakland Raiders, they beat the Buccaneers in the most dramatic fashion possible. Down to the last 2 minutes of overtime, 4th and 3, Derek Carr with a nice pass. And the Raiders did it. Not too pretty, though. The Chiefs and the Colts, well, I mean, we kind of all knew it was going to happen. I just had to pick the Colts because that's kind of a rule of mine. But yeah, Chiefs look good. Colts look like the Colts. It is what it is. Patriots beat the Bills. Patriots looking pretty darn near unstoppable. The Jets and the Browns said it first win, and they did not. So we move on. The Jets won that game. The Browns 0-8 on the season, and that's kind of sad to see. The Lions and the Texans. I thought the Lions were better than they were, and I didn't think the Texans were that good, but Texans looked okay, I guess. 13 isn't exactly a huge win, but I just called it wrong. Simple as that, Ace. Let's move on. Chargers and Broncos. Pick the Broncos to win that. I figured they wouldn't drop 2 losses to the Chargers, and I mean, they kind of looked okay. Are they a contender for the Super Bowl? Maybe. They don't look nearly as good as the Pats from the AFC right now. Moving on to the NFC, the Packers and Falcons. Packers looked pretty good. Losing by 1 point, they looked pretty good. The Falcons, they're continuing to be okay. We'll see what they do rest of the season. I think they're better now than they were last year, which is what a team hopes to do. The Eagles and Cowboys, what a game. It was fantastic. The Cowboys won. Could have gone to anyone, though. That NFC East is extremely competitive. And the other two guys, or the other two teams in that division, are maybe not too far out of it, even though these two teams, Eagles and Cowboys, are the ones everybody talks about. The Skins and the Giants, they're kind of quietly on the rise. They're decent teams, guys. Pay attention. The Vikings and the Bears, man, I'm glad I'm not a bettor, or a betting man, because I probably would have put my whole life savings on the Vikings before Monday, but something about Halloween, man. The Bears beat the Vikings. Are the Vikings not that good? Bradford doesn't look too good. But yeah, that's it. Those were my Week 8 picks. They weren't too good, and we'll see how I do with this week's picks, and I'll try not to waste too much of your time with them. Atlanta's going to beat Tampa Bay. Simple as that. The Jets and the Dolphins. I'm picking the Dolphins. They're kind of on a roll. Eagles and Giants. Again, who knows? I'm going to go with the easy pick and go with the Eagles here, but I would not be surprised if the Giants take it. Jaguars and Chiefs. I'm done for the Jaguars. The Lions and Vikings. Another kind of iffy one. I'm gonna play it safe again here, but you never know. The Cowboys and Browns, do not expect Cleveland's first win to come against one of the best teams in the NFL. If that happens, then I'll eat my Seahawks hat. Not a fan. I just have one. The Steelers and the Ravens. Gonna pick the Steelers. Ravens not looking so hot, and you guys will probably like this because I know a couple of you guys like the Saints. I'm going to pick the Saints over the 49ers. I know that's the easy pick, but even if the Saints were going against another team, I might pick them right now. They're looking pretty good. Panthers and Rams. All right, Panthers, I'm going to go ahead and root for you. Beat the Rams. The Titans and Chargers. Might be an okay game, but you got to go with the Chargers. They're just so hard to watch them lose so much. The Colts and the Packers. I'm picking the Colts. I know I'm crazy, but I'm picking them. The Broncos and Raiders. I think the Broncos, these teams tied for the lead in the AFC West, or they might not be, but their record's the same. I think Oakland's not that good. So I said it. The Bills and the Seahawks. I'm going to pick the Hawks to win this. The Bills were looking hot for a minute. They're not looking too great right now. But yeah, those are the Week 9 picks. And I will be back next week with the Week 10 picks. And we can see how bad I did, because it's usually pretty bad. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Peace.